Hello everyone, it is the watch along. We got 2 games for you. 2 Liverpool games in one afternoon and evening. I'm Paul Machin. Ross Chandley joins me in the studio.
Ross's posher cousin just turned up there.
The wish version of Ross. Ross Chandley there. Good to see you.
Thank you too. Nice break.
It's been okay. Yeah, it's been.
It's just okay.
No, it's okay.
It's not fine.
There's no. I said this before. There's no such thing as a relaxing time off when you've got 2 kids. It doesn't happen. Family holidays are not time for recuperation. They're time for giving your kids like experiences.
Was it a nice break away from the studio, me and Tom? And I'll rephrase the question for you.
Used to are in a really bad way. I've noticed that. You're really both really sad and sad. And Tom's bad. Tom's broken. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching at home, send Tom's in the back of the house doing all. He'll be manning the comments and what have you and kicking out. He asked me permission to ban knobheads, and you can, by the way. So if you want to be a knobhead. If you want to be a knobhead, be a knobhead. But if you want to be a knobhead who's banned from Redmen live chat, then be a knobhead in the Redmen live chat. And there you go. It's all gonna come. It's all gonna come.
What happens if I do it from the Redmen account?
Oh God! Wow. Is that like a robber? That's like eating your own tail. Yeah, we'll have to find out. Yeah, Tom is in a bad way. So send Tom some love in the comments because he's drowning in social media toxicity at the moment, and there's no need for it because I'm here to tell everyone that it's going to be okay. I've not gotten lost in all this transfer nonsense. Instead, I'm just looking at how good Liverpool's squad is. I'm really happy that all of our good players are
I tried that yesterday.
No, but
and it broke me.
No, I know. Just the point. Just who's asked?
I know, but when is your job? It's hard to fucking.
No, I know. Yeah. No, what I mean is like there's people are going to be audible because the world's audible. Yeah. So it's a reflection of that. People just haven't had enough.
It's good to have you back.
People haven't had enough sleep, haven't had enough of a holiday, enough rest, or enough sex this year. And that
doesn't stop me, Paul.
It's led to a cumulative problem where people are a lot more angry than they should be about football transfers. Right, yes, Liverpool Bologna. We know the side. I've got it up here because Liverpool got a lovely graphic. Have we got our lovely graphic for it? Because I can just go and put that up instead.
Pre-season games.
Yeah, it's up the arse. Caoimhin Kelleher is in goal. A back 4. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Joel Matip, Virgil van Dijk and Andy Robertson. A midfield 3 of Jimmy Milner, Naby Keita and Harvey Elliott. And then a front 3 of Diogo Jota, Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah. Questions to be asked in this first 60-minute game of the day, just in case you're wondering what the hell's going on. Kickoff is in 3 minutes time, or slightly less than that according to Tom's wonderful clock. We play an hour-long game, which I presume is 2 30-minute halves with a little break in between. Then we're going to have a break and we're going to come back for the second show a little bit later on, and then we're going to do the whole thing all over again.
Doesn't that look lovely?
That view, oh yeah. That is the nicest football pitch I think I've ever seen in my entire life. That actually tops. I went to some on a Liverpool pre-season tour to Boston years ago now. The summer where we didn't sign that lad who played up front for QPR and ended up signing for Chelsea. Loic Remy, yes. When we were meant to be signing him and then we didn't. And anyway, there was like a Liverpool academy camp on this mad little island, and it was like a thin strip of land with the kids going and football pitches and just like bodies of water either side. It was beautiful. That might actually come close to the top of it. Pretty good. Pretty good indeed. You can interact with us using the comment section again, as long as you're not a knobhead. This is not using your a lack of civil liberties. We're not the government. This is not the BBC. This is Redmen TV. I'm protecting Tom. So yeah, you can interact with us. Let us know your thoughts on the team. Kelleher sound, obviously, the Brazilian boys haven't been back long enough really to be chucked in yet. You'd imagine. Virgil van Dijk starting up. That's a big step up.
He did an interview earlier on this week, and I think he got told he was going to do 20 minutes. Or half an hour or something on them lines, but he was kind of waiting to hear. But it's just a good sign. He made a mistake in the Hertha Berlin game, but apart from that, it was just good to see him. I tuned
in for the watch along. Chris did on his own for the 30 seconds around that goal, right. And it's just going. It's Virgil. He's got him. He's got him. He's not got him. It's a goal. They've scored. He's fell over. Right side. Yeah.
But it's for him. It's building blocks, isn't it? So come off of the bench, start a game, and then. It's 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Hopefully he gets a decent run out at Anfield as well. And then I don't think he'll start the first game of the season personally. I would if he was fully fit. But, this is him this is him building towards it. I think he said in his interview there was small bits of, I don't think he called it anxiety, but obviously things that go through your mind and what you do if you had such a big injury. Of do you go in for that tackle, or are you doing the right thing? So he needs to get those wiped away from his brain before he goes into the start of the season as well.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what Tom does with his countdown clock when it goes to 0 and there's nothing else to do.
Oh, he's changed the match clock now.
What do you do, Tom? What do you do? I'm good on him. You're right. I wonder whether they've got the Chelsea game lined up for Virgil, and you're saying I'm targeting Liverpool versus Chelsea, third game of the season, and saying that's when we want him back up and running for.
Well, Matip will get clattered in the Burnley game, so it probably makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. Yeah, and I don't. Obviously, none of us really knows quite where Gomez is at in that regard as well. Again, we'll have a clearer picture this time next week, as we're on the countdown to the new season start, and we'll know a much clearer where we're at. But this is going to be an interesting one for me. We've had this chat. I'm going to do on the podcast next week. We're going to be sort of wrapping up pre-season, and I'm going to be interested to get people's opinions on this, because I've only kind of consumed pre-season third and fourth hand, and in comments and in passing comments and in reactions to comments and stuff via social media, so I haven't got a great barometer on where a lot of Liverpool's players are at. So this is an interesting one for me. I haven't seen a pre-season game since those first 30-minute friendlies or whatever they were.
Performances got better, not so much the results.
Yeah, well, that's why I've not gone back.
Yeah, in fact, one of the things I'm looking out for, probably in these games, but more so the ones at Anfield, is Liverpool being clinical in front of goal.
What is that kit?
Why are we wearing black shorts?
What are they doing? Oh, it's perhaps my favourite thing. My favourite thing ever is a hastily thrown together hodgepodge kit because of kit clashes. Do you reckon Bologna have just forgotten to bring their home kit?
Or white?
Yeah, but the away shirt is effectively white, isn't it? Do you get it? Do you see what they're doing? Do you know Liverpool don't play in cream socks in their home kit? Have you got onto that?
Yeah, I think I got onto that, Paul.
Because you were asking about the black shorts instead of...
I didn't get onto that. I saw the shorts first, then saw the socks. Why can't we just be all in red if they're all in white?
Because I think they've clearly... They're meant to be playing... Are they meant to be playing in their away kit, maybe? I don't know.
I reckon the new kit man's fucked up.
Yeah. They got, oh God, it's a really hard job, because we were all laughing at why he got so much love.
Where's the red shorts, John? I've left him in Austria. Shit.
Yeah, they're in Jay's bag. They're not clearing customs yet. Yeah, Matt, if anyone knows, actually, if they've explained that on the LFC TV commentary, do let us...
the goalkeeper just kissed the post? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Good on him. Snogged it. Got a little tongue in there. Drink Josh with the super chat says, I don't listen to transfer stuff anymore. So much misinformation. I won't speculate until the signature is on the dotted line. I mean, yeah, that is right, Josh. There's no sense in getting wound up about it. Liverpool have to come dressed as Man United for this game. It's all a bit disconcerting, isn't it?
Feel dirty.
Yeah. Scott Hawks. Good old Scott Hawks. We love you, Scott. Welcome back. Have a pint on me, Tom. Ignore the knuckle draggers. Hopefully enjoy Harvey Elliott gracing the grass. Yeah, we are about to kick off over in Evian. Liverpool kick off, knock it all the way to the back, and it's a big long slam clearance up, and Liverpool go in a roundabout way of losing the ball out from the kick off, which we always do. Lovely little win back from Naby. Sadio gets it, got it back again in midfield and extricates Liverpool from the trouble. Over to Trent Alexander-Arnold.
I find it hard whether to take any notice from starting lineups in these pre-season games, because it has been Matip and Konate for the majority. Yeah. You nailed them on for the start of the season. Mm-hmm. Now you'd assume it'd be Konate and Gomez for the second game and mix it up a little bit. I know there's 2 more games to go. Yeah, but it's just interesting.
It's just minutes at this point, isn't it? I think the thing is.
But you want to start a rapport and a partnership with who's going to be in the first game of the season, don't you? So I thought it might be Matip and Konate again.
No, I know that's a really interesting point. I think that's a really interesting point on to say that Matip is an absolute definite, and is this a start of the first indicators towards maybe Van Dijk actually might be ready for the season? Oh, quick shot there from Naby Keita, who, of course, we are all 100% bought into. I've never seen an uptick of response on one of your community posts on YouTube, quite like the Naby Keita question.
Oh, yeah.
So
where were you at?
100%. Wow.
Okay, so
I've watched the 2-minute compilation video every touch he did in one of the pre-season games, and that's enough for me. World class, without a doubt. Normally you do those community tab posts. I'm sure if anyone's ever interacted on them on our YouTube channel. they're dead within an hour or a day or whatever.
Because I'm really advertising, trying to sell stuff. That's why.
But I still keep our comments still comes in on the studio app, and it's still like people's response, and it ranges from 100% to 1% to get them sold and blah blah blah. People have got no sense of humour, have they? I think that's the problem.
I've discovered that over the past 5 years. Yeah.
Virgil just got a little bit stuck under the ball there. Trent's forced to track back and do some defending. Oh, it's a heavy touch from him. Bologna causing him some problems over on that left-hand side, cutting inside, gone past Trent, gone for the strike. It's over. Everyone wide at the far post, and Queven Kelleher will collect it for a goal kick. There we go. Just want to say thank you so much to our headline sponsor for the watch along today, which is threadsforreds.com. You can see their 6 times range of pins, mugs, tees, et al. Available right now on threadsforreds.com. Some absolutely wonderful, wonderful stuff there. I've had a little look at the pin badges particularly. They are fit.
Fit badges. Is that what you're talking about, the badges?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Fit, brilliant, Ross. I thought you were adding something to the conversation there.
No,
I thought it was an expression like, I thought you normally turn it dirty, so I thought like fit badge would be
I've changed since you've been away, Paul.
Have you though?
No.
Oh, big Virgil van Dijk kick down the field. Mane looks for the flick on, battles, drops awkwardly. Bologna reclaim it and try to build up through this right-hand side of the pitch. They're backtracking now. Keita with the pressure on. And Keita gives away a throw.
What's convinced you for Naby Keita besides that 3-minute clip? Or is that
nothing?
Okay.
It's entirely down to that very short clip I saw on Twitter.
Okay.
I sat down to watch one of the pre-season games back, and LSU TV didn't have it yet, and I was like, oh, fuck off then. And that was all the time I was going to give towards it. So yeah, I watched the Naby Keita video instead. It felt really good. I've never had a doubt about Naby Keita's ability. It's just his ability to stay on the pitch, and I've now had 3 years worth of got these conversations.
That's why I asked you, because I'm not sure if you saw the piece from Mick of Tactical Times. I've said this a few times.
I saw him reference it.
Yeah,
but carry on.
But the fact that he's been fit for probably since February, March, and he wasn't used in games, so therefore he's being managed and he's not getting those little niggles. And we've said on the show before the times where he's been away with Guinea and he should never have gone, which had then halted him and brought him back. And then obviously, to go against him, he's had games, Aston Villa, Real Madrid, where he's been hooked and he hasn't been good enough and looked like a rabbit in the headlights. But now is probably the first chunk of time he's had to look after himself, or Liverpool have had to look after him, more importantly.
He played every game after restart when we went on to win the title, and he was pretty much our best player. There's one game that he played where he was like a last couple of minutes sub, but he appeared in every single one of those restart games, and he was good, and he's got talent. And this is it now. There's no takers for him. There's no takers that are worth having. He's got enough of a contract on that you can afford to give him this season and make a decision on him, because
we've got 2 years left, so next year it's either go or you go for free.
Yeah, exactly. It's an important thing, but he hasn't earned a new contract.
Yeah,
you're not going to get any major bids in for him this season. You might have a good season out of him, and then you get him tied down to a new contract, or you sell him for a similar amount after a good season with 1 year left on his contract that you get for him now.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's why I said there's no need to have massive churn in the squad. Even Oxlade-Chamberlain, people get a bit wound up by it.
People get wound up by the fact that he's been played as a false 9, but forget the fact that Bobby wasn't there for large parts of that, and maybe just shoving him there to put bodies.
Honestly, mate, people get wound up by all kinds of shit. I find it funny. The James Milner doing what James Milner does in the DM and being slightly unconvincing. But Liverpool come away with the ball. Andy Robertson stretching his legs. Ball played out to the left-hand side. Now, here comes the aforementioned Naby Keita back into Robbo. Robbo feeds it down the line. A little heavy, too heavy for Mane. And it's going to run out for a Bologna goal kick there.
I'm getting far too distracted with that view.
It's just it's lovely, isn't it? Getting holiday vibes.
Yeah, I just want to be there. It also reminds me a bit like, I think we went to Geneva. In fact, it was almost 2 years to the day, and that had a massive rock face behind it. You're thinking, you don't really get that anywhere else, do you?
Yeah, there's a couple of the new camp's got an amazing view from the away end, not of the pitch, of the mountains. The sunset over the view of the pitch is fucking horrendous. One back, edge of the box, Jota, Diogo Jota, and it's 1-0 to Liverpool. Liverpool 1, Bologna 0. Diogo Jota breaking the deadlock just over 6 minutes into the game. Lovely.
Nice them shorts. Are they training shorts?
No, I think they're the away kit shorts.
Oh, they are. Yeah, that's what you got. A bit of sharpness on the ball, high pressure. and he's confident enough to take him on himself, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mane was offside, to be fair. Like.
Yeah, he's playing he's playing the central role by the looks of it so far, and as you see, it's a little bit deeper than the other two guys. Cuts out the pass, and that's a cool finish.
He made that look so easy, didn't he?
Yeah, that's pure training. Great. Yeah. That's pure training game stuff from Jota. Good. We might have to worry about Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's ability as a false nine because Diogo Jota.
We need to buy someone, Paul.
Yeah.
Did you see that tackle on Fofana last night?
That isn't it?
Yeah.
It reminded me of pre-season 2 years ago when it was Yasser Larouci got snapped by one of the
Sporting Lisbon.
But I don't think it was Sporting Lisbon. That was at New York. That was was it Sevilla? Did we play?
Was it?
Yeah, it was a Fenway, and this guy just lunged at him toward the end, and it was like, what are you doing, you dick? James Milner goes in 2-footed, which is it's a physical game at the end of the day.
What a dickhead!
So
it wasn't as wild as the one last night.
Little chop from James Milner there. Whew. Yeah, in case you're wondering, Liverpool are playing in their brand new home shirt for the season, complemented by the black away shorts and the Ecru away socks, which is a very, very unique look. I love it. It goes back to a game Newcastle played Sheffield Wednesday back in the 90s, and they had like the randomest set of kits because it was a combination of Hawaiian third kits and stuff. So like mad shorts, they someone borrowed some shit. I love it.
It always reminds me of Robbie Keane. Did we have was it the red top and the grey shorts, grey socks?
It was the way. Yeah, it was the way around. It was grey shirt with the red shorts, red socks. Yeah, absolutely. Love a bit of that. Anyway, Liverpool attacking down at the right hand side this time. Mohamed Salah. He's got Harvey Elliott inside. Got Trent outside. Goes to Trent. Trent fizzes a quick one in. Panic stations in the back corner to Liverpool.
Just goes to show how seriously not to take pre-season friendlies. Is got your kit? No, just what have you got?
Where's the nearest sports shop? Wonder whether they'll do the reverse of it in the second game. Mm-hmm. Like they've got the shirts and the things.
Would make sense, wouldn't it?
That'd be quite interesting. I love that. Right. Okay. You know why it might be? Because if Bologna are changing into their home kit, then Liverpool can't wear their home kit we can't wear our home kit at the same time as their home kit, and we can't wear our away kit at the same time as their away kit. So we do have to mix it up because we're playing them twice.
You've lost me.
Anyone else with me? You get what I'm saying, right? Right?
That is their away kit?
Exactly. But if they wore their home kit would clash anyway. So what I'm saying is, if the teams are going to change kits for game 2, their home kit, we can't wear our home shirt against their home kit. So we'll have to wear the away shirt, but the away shorts clash with their home. Yeah, I know. Honestly, we would wear our third kit, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
we would normally wear our third kit against Bologna in these kind of situations, but they haven't revealed Liverpool's third kit.
It would have. Next words were it would have been a great time to advertise the third kit.
Absolutely, they fucked it, Ross. Yeah. I think we can all agree that. This is just to let you know, if you're wondering what's happening on the pitch. Liverpool are wearing their home shirt, their away shorts, and their away socks. And us debating why is a little bit more interesting than what Liverpool are doing at the moment. Liverpool have a throw in high up on the left-hand side. It's thrown back by Robertson to the halfway line. James Milner retreats, gives it to Virgil van Dijk.
He said Red in our Discord groups just put that gif of Zach Galifianakis with all the mats in front of him. It's fucking Paul now.
Absolutely, yeah, you've got it there, mate. Absolutely got it. Good ball from Jimmy Milner out to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Slight miscontrol inside to Harvey Elliott. First real sight of him, and he's given the ball away. Brilliant. He's going to battle. He's going to try and win it back. Bologna managed to maintain possession for now, and they spread it into their own midfield. Looking for support on the right-hand side. Andy Robertson wins it back. Liverpool front foot now. Diogo Jota. Robertson again down the left-hand side. Can he whip the ball in? You know he can. All the way over. Harvey Elliott, wonderful. Unlucky.
Too heavy.
Did he take it off Salah's toe a little bit there, maybe?
Won't be doing that again, will he? We've seen that midfield a few times as well, actually, of Keita, Elliott and Milner. They worked quite well against Billing for large parts of the game. It was quite surprising, actually.
I mean, both our DMs have been away, haven't they? Which is the issue in this.
Yeah, I wasn't saying that's the answer, but it just worked quite well.
beauty of James Milner, really, isn't it? And also, let's be honest, unless we buy someone else in who can play it, he'll get games there this season because Gini did. Robertson now, Naby Keita, left corner of the penalty area, feeds it into the feet of Jota. Jota turning to the byline, tries to cross, blocked, keeps it in. Robertson now. Here is Milner in support again on the left-hand side. Robertson plays a little 1-2 off the man, clearly on purpose. Clearly not. Gets it back again and retreats. Nothing doing, and it's all the way back to Virgil van Dijk, which I nearly just turned away then because I'm used to our centre-halves now not doing anything, but Virgil could have literally put that anywhere on the pitch. I've forgotten how good he is.
The Jota's an interesting one because, as you said before, the Brazilian lads come back a little bit later. But it might be a little bit early to ask this, but who would you start as your front three for Norwich? Because
the front three.
Would you? I mean, you can make a case of both Bobby and Jota, couldn't you?
Yeah. Well, look, nothing wrong with this front three starting in any way, shape, or form. That's the
nice to have options, isn't it?
Well, we've got this is a point. We do need to. I would be much more encouraged by us getting another really good lad for the front three. Mane is in, misplaced. It's gone round the keeper too much now. And that is a goal for Liverpool. Liverpool 2, Bologna 0, and Sadio Mane has doubled Liverpool's lead just before the 13-minute mark here in Evian, which is clearly where we are. Once again, terrible toe poke pass. Mane could have gone down there.
What a finish.
Was a good finish, wasn't it?
Yeah. Again, it's the high press, isn't it? I don't know why they're trying to play out from the back again, because they clearly can't do it, can they?
Well, pre-season, time to get all those kinks out, isn't it?
Yeah. But fair play to Naby Keita as well, because he's the one who's pressing.
There's pressing and there's literally just toe poking the ball straight across the penalty area.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
In the build up to that,
Liverpool have got men around, which is a good thing, but that is it.
Stop slagging off Naby Keita, Paul.
Horrendous, Naby's boss. Stylianos Panakos sent a super chat in and then retracted his message. What was it?
We'll never know.
Oh, did he say a naughty word, Tom? Oh, wow. Then shame on you, Stylianos. Shame on you. Liverpool come forward again. Trent Alexander-Arnold, cross blocked. Bologna trying to get out through the Liverpool press. They're doing okay for the moment. That's a good footy from Bologna. And then, he just smashed it down the field. Oh, little miscommunication between the goalie. Oh, nice little cushion volley from Kelleher there. And Matip can go and chase that one down. Whew. Good.
Have you got used to the sight of centre-backs at centre-back, Paul?
It's honestly, this sounds mad. Last season just didn't happen, as far as I'm concerned. In my head...
I back that.
And it obviously did, and we had to live through it and all that kind of stuff, but it was just so much not football. It'll feel like a fever dream, in a year or two's time of like full back to normal and full stadium Liverpool just being boss again. Oh, Jota with a little touch around the corner after being flicked through by Mane. Mane going to ground and gives away a throw-in, but great determination from Sadio there. Because I'm already, the timeline stuff's already so confusing when you think back to what was last season and what was last year and what was this because of what happened. I think we'll all just forget this season.
Last season.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, literally. Yeah, I was on a call with Steve McInerney from Steam Company, and he mentioned getting over losing the Champions League final, and I'd forgotten Man City were even in the Champions League final. You know what I mean? Like I haven't. The whole season was just
pants.
Fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's
Do you think Liverpool have been underestimated on the back of that?
Yeah, definitely. I think people think Liverpool are well worse than they are. I think Liverpool are going to be exactly as good as we were this time last year.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. I've got no doubt whatsoever. With the only slight question marks over, of course, we haven't got a fully fit Virgil van Dijk available.
Mm-hmm.
But if we start the season with Kanate and Matip, I don't think there's a better centre-back pairing.
No.
There might be equally good centre-back pairings. I'm sure whoever the City, Stones and Ruben Diaz. But, I mean, John Stones had a great season, but it's funny how he'd not had a great season ever prior to that, so... there's probably enough in his locker to say he might just go back to being crap again next season. Or he might be good forever, but, it's possible.
Do you know what else is bad? Man United, we had, 22, 23 centre-back partnerships last season. Mm-hmm. Man United conceded more goals than us in the league.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Amazing. See? So they're spending £50 million on centre-back because they need one.
Oh, Harvey Elliott, wonderful little drop of the shoulder, just under hit, right-footed cross. One little thing that stands out actually from the first pre-season game is that Harvey is just a little too measured sometimes when he crosses with his weaker foot.
Or shoots with it as well, actually. That's what I was talking about before, about was being clinical. In games, he's getting into the right positions. And I suppose this is what pre-season's for, but we need to be ruthless. Like Hertha Berlin, pretty much every shot they had went in, which is fine, but on the face of the game, we controlled it. And we dominated like we're doing here, but we just couldn't put the ball away.
This is good. This is a good test of this, though, because look how many men Bologna have got back. They're trying to park the bus. I mean, they're 2-0 down. It's a bit late for that, but Liverpool having to play their way through, and it's really interesting, the Elliott-Keita thing. You saw it just then. The give and goes, and we're actually doing it in 2 levels now, because Keita's actually coming over to in that situation just there to overload on the right-hand side. Yep. So it's actually meant to be Elliott who runs in, but actually Elliott holding his position, and Keita's playing a little wall pass off him, which is that's really, really interesting stuff. Oh, Elliott with the volley! It's just wide of the post.
It's that getting more bodies into the box in those positions, because the blueprint for last season was what Bologna are trying to do there, and we never had any answers. It was pass it around the edge of the box, chuck a hopeful cross in to forwards that aren't really known for the heading, and lose the ball, counter-attack, and then you 1-0 behind. But having Keita and Elliott in this case, filling those pockets and making runs and asking questions of defenders, opens up space.
It's something we got much better at in the back end of the season. Again, it was a little lost, and we were so focused on the centre halves. Trent Alexander-Arnold, scuffs his shot.
But he gave us our midfield back, which then helped the forwards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Joe Rainbird says, I stan Ross.
What does that mean?
He's gone cold and here's a question. Did the expression... Oh, I got a second. Which came first, the song Stan or Stanning People?
What does Stan mean?
Well, do you know do you know?
I know the song.
You heard the song.
I've heard
Stan.
the song, yeah.
Do you know what it's about?
A fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like not just a fan.
Who kills his...
Like a lunatic super fan who properly adores Eminem. So to be a stan of someone is that, but I don't know whether the term stan came from Eminem writing a song about a super fan and that became a catch-all phrase.
Oh, right. Very much a chicken egg situation.
Did he make the guy called Stan because to be a stan was that before? And now
Eminem didn't follow trends, Paul. He was the trendsetter.
Okay. The song inspired the phrases. Finn Redmond, cool, good to know. Well, which is what I imagine so. But I think it's funny now that I've become tangentially aware of the expression of Stan without realizing that like Eminem came out when I was in my prime. Eminem became a famous musician in the time when I was in my teenage years. So it's mad to think that something that happened culturally while I was growing up is something that people just take for granted now. It's just good to know. There you go. Proof that I'm not past it yet because I still get the references. Just about.
Fucking, does that mean I am?
Yeah. Naby Keita getting himself away from trouble, driving through the heart of the Bologna midfield, just feeds it out wide to Harvey Elliott, gets it back. Salah now looking for a pass, looking for a shot, getting nothing, going all the way back to Joel Matip instead.
Look how high we are, Paul.
Oh God, yeah, we haven't. The high line conversations are still to come back, aren't they? Milner, Trent very high on the right hand side, flat ball. Cleared away for the moment. Jota's battling, trying to keep it alive. Does Elliott. Milner swings one over to the back post. Sadio Mane collects it. Dances left and right. Meggs' man tries to go round him and instead climbs all over his back, and that is a foul.
I should have phrased that, look how high our line is, before someone goes, look how high we are, Paul.
Look how high we are. Is that Rishi Sunak? That thing? I'm a Coke addict. Yes, all right, Rishi. Yeah, great.
Coca-Cola.
Oh, poor old Sadio. It was a nice idea.
Looks fit and fine now, doesn't he? Looks like a nice movement in this game.
It looks like he's
man possessed.
Yeah, well, those early games, you got the impression of Mane a bit like he's a lad who's just out for fitness, has nothing to prove, whereas you're seeing a little bit more of a Mane who the intensity's ramping up, we're getting closer to the business end. He actually you need to be at that level to start at that level. They always talk about the best people in the world at whatever they do, train at the same intensity that they do whatever it is they're doing. whether that's like musicians or footballers or whatever. So yeah, good to see from Sadio. Very
I think it'll be even better at the games at Anfield. I honestly cannot wait for them, having fans back inside the stadium. And I bet those players like Mane, Bobby, who thrive on an audience, I think we're gonna see the best of them. Thiago, yeah.
If he's fit. Salah just trying to win the ball back. Bologna have it on the left-hand side, far side of the pitch, swung in right-footed, headed away by James Milner, and it is offside and a free kick to Liverpool. So welcome if you're joining us. 2-0 to Liverpool at the moment. This is the first 2 games we've got for you live here today because pre-season's just mad. We've got 2 30-minute halves over 2 hour-long games of football, so we're going to be here for both of them. Also, we're here now. We have a short break at the end of this game, and then we'll bring you the second one, which kicks off at 5 o'clock as well. Anyway, Liverpool building nicely down that left-hand side. Robertson just couldn't control the return ball, and it is a throw-in to Bologna in their right-back position. Rad Dizzle saying, what were the goals like, lads? They were good.
Sloppy play from Bologna.
Yeah, but I mean, shocking passing out from the back, totally capitalised on by Liverpool. But yeah, both good finishes.
I think one defender just gave up and let Jota pass it. To be fair, didn't he?
Yeah.
Very much me at 5 side. Just fucking go past me.
Yeah, it's just that bit. I don't care enough. It's fine. Not that I'm not fit enough. I just don't care. That's it. Harvey Elliott gets it from Milner. Harvey Elliott with the strike. Ooh. Just tried to dig it out left-footed there. Didn't really have the angle to get it round the goalkeeper, but he does get it on target and is comfortably claimed. But nice.
So what I love about him, first of all, he doesn't look out of place, but second of all, I just love the amount that he backs himself. And we said the same thing of Curtis Jones when he played, of you've got Jota, Mane and Salah in front of you. I know it's only pre-season, but you're willing to take shots off from 25 yards, shows how confident you are in yourself.
We have got, make no bones about this, in Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott, 2 of the best young players in the country, definitely, and in the world, because they're both unreal. Curtis Jones, I don't know why he doesn't draw the plaudits, but probably because he didn't get the chance to be as breakout last season because we just needed him.
Yeah.
He was a necessity.
Yeah.
It's telling, that midfield 3 that we played in December, he's there. He's playing every week for us and he's doing really good. The thing you notice about Curtis Jones, and hopefully we'll get to see more of that, in pre-season and this season, he never loses possession.
Yeah.
Ever. He never loses the ball. It doesn't matter how much pressure he's under, how many men he's got around him. Well, I know, great build-up play down the right-hand side. It's the byline now. Can they stand it up? No. Corner to Liverpool. Great build-up play again down that right-hand side. Trent Alexander-Arnold this time striding into the box. And as his cross blocked, and it is a corner to Liverpool. They're just brilliant. And again, people getting dead excited about Harvey Elliott, and we should do. But for me, Curtis Jones is as good as Harvey Elliott. And the fact that he's like over 6 foot as well that's a big thing for being a top level footballer. Corner, Trent, far side, one hand in the air, first man. No, he's gone deep. John Matip over his head, brought down by Jota. Save and cleared away only as far as Harvey Elliott. Slight miscontrol. Scampers back, gives it to Naby. Naby opens his body and goes across. James Milner sitting deep at the moment. Liverpool still obviously in and around Bologna. The sun has gone. They haven't adjusted the ISO on the camera here at LFC TV. And so we've been plunged into darkness. It slowly starts to come back, Trent. And because of nothing was happening really. The highlights would look terrible there. It looks like they start playing at night. Mane, I thought he was fouled there, the referee having none of it. Liverpool trying to keep the press on, causing Bologna a couple of headaches. They've actually dealt with it reasonably well. No, well, they haven't given the ball away yet. And now they have. Right, okay, now Liverpool concede the throw in. Good high press once again from Liverpool. Really, really encouraging.
The beauty of these 60-minute games is, I think Klopp said it for the half-an-hour ones, is you've got half an hour, give it fucking everything. And you've seen that from, 2, 3, 4, 5 people all pressing to win the ball back.
Yeah.
And they're already 2-0 up.
Yeah, absolutely. If anyone wondering, if you've joined the streams, by the way, and you're not sure A, what the starting 11 is, or B, what the score and scorers are, you see this little ticker bar down here? We've got you. We have got you guys. Got you covered. But thanks for asking questions. I like people to have conversations and nice chats.
It's like waiting for CFAX, that though, isn't it? You look away and I missed it. I'm going to wait.
It's just stupidity, that, isn't it? Like, you know yourself to blame.
Well, it's not for me. I know who scored. I'm watching it.
You? I'm not. I don't take everything so personally, Ross. I mean, the fucking idiots out there who can't even wait 2 seconds to see a score crumble. No, it's fine. Please do continue to chat in the comments. It's great. Oh, well. This kit needs to be torched after the 2 games. What? Doesn't make any sense. I like this. Maybe this is a new thing. Maybe, like Shankly, we never always used to play in all red. We used to have white shorts back in the day, white shorts, get the white socks on. Maybe this is the beginning of something. Maybe Klopp's going to go in, walk around Virgil van Dijk. Doesn't he look even bigger with black shorts and cream socks? And
to be fair, at 2-0 up, this is a good omen. Was it the purple kit that we played in? Or the orange kit, I think it was. Where we smashed Porto.
Yeah.
And I was like, just wear that every week.
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny how people like that with kits, isn't it? It's a lucky kit or an unlucky kit. Because it's like people who are COVID deniers and anti-vaxxers and stuff, is that sometimes it's easier to make up something fucking random and stupid and superstitious because the reality of something is far more bigger and complex. Yeah, so blaming kits, unlucky kit. Alex Ferguson fucked it for everyone with that, didn't he? By making Man United change kits half time against Southampton that time. By making it real, people think it was more of a big deal than others. Although
they did win.
I do have an opinion on if you're rubbish at footy, don't wear bright coloured kits, because you lose the elements of surprise. So if you're rubbish at footy and you end up with the bibs on in 5-a-side, it's harder even to make sneaky runs because you're more likely to be caught in people's peripheral vision, you see.
Same with boots as well.
Sure.
If you wear bright coloured boots, you've got to back yourself.
I think it's gone the other way now, though.
Oh, was it?
Everyone's got bright coloured boots. I think you've got to be really good to have, just black boots now.
I'll best change them then. It's
mad that how that's become a mad coloured boots has become a thing. It used to be such a standout. If you wore white boots, you had to be basically Brazilian. Or if you wore white socks when you were meant to wear any other colour of socks, then you have to be. It's like in life, you're only allowed to wear white socks if you've got the feet of Michael Jackson,
or you Bailey,
Well, well, again, he shouldn't be wearing white socks because he doesn't have any of the prerequisites required to get away with the white socks. And we told him many times. And more credit to him for sticking to his guns. Headed by Jota.
There's a game of football.
All over the bar. And it will be a goal kick to Bologna. Good, once again, great movement from Diogo Jota to get himself into that position, wasn't it, Ross? I don't know if you can watch the clip.
Yep.
There it is.
Boom.
That's a poor header, that, isn't it?
One of the good things, I think it's on Red's News yesterday, and you might have said it to Neil Jones before, is the fact that people like Trent, we're talking about football coming back and having defenders back and the morale being quite high in the camp. But people like Trent Alexander-Arnold can just concentrate on his football now. I don't think he was distracted by his contract situation anyway, to be fair.
But he was distracted by having a coronavirus and starting the season injured, and then fucking Gareth Southgate talking about him, and then having all the media's eyes upon him, and then having no centre-halves, no recognised centre-halves alongside him, and then Jordan Henderson being out to him, feeling like he needs to step up a little bit more in terms of his responsibility for the side. He gets to just be the best right-back in the world again.
On a lot of money for a 22-year-old.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
Absolutely deserves it. Yeah, we had those of you who were in the channel earlier on, I chatted to Neil Jones of Goal.com for the Transfer Insight, which is really good stuff. Just talking about Liverpool's contract renewals and a few bits about Arnaut Danjuma as well from Bournemouth. But we then spoke on Transfer Insights Extra on the redmentv.com, which is either up or will be up later this evening, about the Trent don't work, Paul. I've been working all day. It's out on the redmentv.com. About Trent's contract thing, which is really interesting. And Ben Davies as well. The Ben Davies stuff is fascinating. So really, really good insight on that. Anyway, corner to Bologna, taken. We're into added time, I believe. Deep one to the back post, away from everyone, and is a goal kick to Liverpool. Trig Josh with the super chat. Thank you once again, Josh. Out of the current Liverpool squads, who do you think will make the best pundit post-career?
James Milner.
Alex Oxlade.
Oh,
Chamberlain.
Yeah. Or Robbo.
Nailed it. Incorrect. Yeah, probably. Right, it's half time in our first game of the evening. It is Liverpool 2. It is Bologna 0 at the interval. Thank you so much for joining us so far. That was a good old pre-season game, that one.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I like the intensity of the games, as I mentioned before. Getting to see some of the big hitters. It'd be interesting to see when the team comes out for the second one, but I'll keep an eye on it. But it's important that these players get goals in them, and confidence more than anything. So another good stint from Naby. Mane's on the score sheet, and so is Jota. So all the lads, you want more goals from those players. Than we're talking about confidence going to the season before. I know it's pre-season, but I want to see that again. It's Mane to the Bayern Munich goal.
It's interesting. I was thinking about that kit, the grey kit with the flex, the New Balance one, and how that was seen to be a bit of an unlucky kit, but it's also the one where we absolutely annihilated Bayern Munich at the Allianz. I enjoyed that. It was a good half. That was what you want from a pre-season game for me. Is it's starting to coalesce. So you're starting to see Liverpool play like Liverpool.
Yeah.
And you're starting to see the levels of intensity, as you mentioned, the commitment to what they're doing, and the patterns of play are starting to be there. The touch is still not quite, in a few instances where it's not quite sharp yet. You can see that a couple of times where Trent would normally have maybe sent the ball into his path, or Harvey Elliott miscontrolling a couple. They've all had those little moments. But that's fine. And what you want, I can safely say from half an hour, I can look at that and go, Diogo Jota, I mean, again, it's fascinating. I say fascinating, maybe I've overrated that, but it's really interesting that he started as the number 9.
Yeah.
Because I think we'll see, we saw a bit to that last season. Obviously, Atalanta away from home was the standout one where he was absolutely unreal in that game. But I wonder whether that is something we will see. We will just see.
We can play across the front three. He's going to have a rotation. If you've got someone who can fill in gaps everywhere, or when someone's injured or someone's got the ability to do that, then why wouldn't you go and do that? It'd be interesting also to see. Again, you said it's pre-season. Is he just there to fill a gap because Bobby's not been back for very long? Origi might play the second game, so you need a number 9. Chamberlain's in there as well. But I think someone we bought him for his versatility and to be able to fill those gaps. We just couldn't use him because he was injured as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And on the patterns of play, that's one of the big things I took from Hertha Berlin, and it excited me so much was the fact that Milner was the DM in that game as well. But when we got in defensive position, attacking positions, he dropped in between the two centre halves. The two centre halves then split. The two fullbacks then pushed up, and then you had Elliott and Keita like this game of getting into the box. Not seen that for months from Liverpool because you can't do that with Reece Williams and Nat Phillips. That's not their fault. We just don't have the bodies or the people that are supposed to be in those positions to play the way that we want to play.
Yeah, absolutely. Yasin Ivanov has joined as a first team member here on YouTube. Thank you so much, mate. You get access to the live chat emotes and what have you if you join at Wonder Kid or Cult Hero. It's been a while since I've done these. Which is tier 2 and tier 3 as YouTube membership. You get a bonus show every week as well, which at the moment is the Reds Transfer Roundup show, but during the season is the Monday Final Word show. So yeah, if you join up at those tiers, then you will get the Final Word show after Norwich as your bonus show. So if you want to get involved with that, then please do. Of course, if you want the full hit of experience of what we do, the redmentv.com is our streaming service. It's a bit like Netflix for Reds with all the documentaries, interviews, features, and the bonus Redmen TV shows as well. So yeah, get involved with all that. And please, Naby Keita, people asking how Naby's got on. I've enjoyed that Naby Keita performance. I don't think it was quite as, it clearly had a lot more highlights. I think it was in the Hertha game, really bit, but good. Just coming back to it, if you watched that, you wouldn't think Naby Keita was anything less than a first team Liverpool player.
No, and one of the things people look around for is him staying fit. He played an hour. I think it was an hour and 8 to Berlin, and everyone's slagging him off going, he played 5 minutes and he's injured again. I want to see. I said that's fine, but I want to see it over a wider span. And it's going to take more than pre-season to fully convince me of Naby Keita, but that's what he's got to build towards. But you've seen his abilities and what his strengths are. He's pressing. I think he's the pressing monster that Pep called him. That's what he's good at. That's what he's seeing. He's helping out the front three to win the ball back, and that's kind of where both those goals came from. Not directly because it was defensive mistakes, but it's Naby pushing up and putting pressure on the defence to make a quick pass and not give them any time to think.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I look at what Thiago was doing toward the back end of the season when he finally found form. People talk about Fabinho, and Fabinho definitely helped to unlock the Thiago thing. But Thiago finally settling, he was so key to how we played and how many games we won at the back end. And I do feel as a little like there's going to be, I think in an ideal world, Thiago and Keita are almost in rotation this season because they are both very similar players. I know people might take umbrage with that because people take umbrage over all sides. I don't even know why I said it. They are that type of player. They're very mobile. They're very good over a couple of yards. They're very good at just gliding past people in front of them, and they unlock things. And people maybe don't rate Keita's passing quite at the same level, and it's not, because Thiago's passing is just absolutely unreal. But they are the type of midfielders. We talk about creative midfielders. The thing that everyone's been spamming comments
But
with
Ox in that conversation as well.
Yeah, I think he should be. I don't think his passing is quite enough of that. But I think I think he's. Yeah, I think there's maybe I wonder whether he goes back into rotation alongside Henderson, or is Harvey Elliott showing from being in the right side of the three that it's going to be Elliott's going to be Henderson's understudy, but Henderson only tends to play about 35 games a season, so. It might be a combination of a few of those different factors. So yeah, we'll see.
It's the speed and transition for me.
Sorry, we are underway for the second half. Apparently, Liverpool have changed ends. We've nailed this, haven't we? All the people who go commentate on the game. Sorry, 31 minute and 20 seconds into the game. Well done, us.
We were making good points though. But for me, it's the transitional play of Thiago and Keita do that. Keita showed it against Hertha Berlin. He won the ball back in their half. One pass, we're in the box. Yeah. Thiago brings you that creativity to allow you to do that. And last season, again, the blueprint was just put 10 lads behind the ball and see what they can do, because they can't do nothing, and it worked.
Yeah, the template to beat Liverpool was one that undid us from West Brom up until pretty much Newcastle, Leeds United. Jota with the header, good save, Salah, right-footed, good defending. Great attacking play from Liverpool as well. They were under pressure a little bit, and they managed to play their way up the pitch. Worked its way over onto the left-hand side. Ball whipped in again. This time it's Andy Robertson. Spies the run of Diogo Jota.
What a ball that is.
Great run, great ball, good save. And then Salah, he's putting it wide anyway. Tries the right-footed finish. And I think it's the defender. Yeah, defender blocks it, corner to Liverpool. Right.
Feels like something that we worked on that a couple of times. We had deep crosses into Jota and
it's something he's more inclined to do than Bobby Firmino. Virgil heads it into the mix. Slammed clear by the Bologna player there. James Milner forced to defend. He's got two men on him. He throws himself to the floor. Referee says nothing doing. Great little block tackle from Keita. The ball deflects. Liverpool need to stay sharp. And Harvey Elliott, all the way back to centre half, tidies up and plays it back to Kelleher. Good. Oh, Santander. 3 seconds to make a joke.
Nothing.
No. The wank of Santander. No. Santander is down, injured.
They might have to withdraw him, Paul.
Yeah, withdrawal from yeah. I wonder whether his interest rate in this game is going to drop.
No. Fucking leave it.
There was a short break in play as Santander received some treatment for Bologna. Naby Keita, he got a little unlucky there because he came in and he snuffed out the danger but didn't, because the ball then ricocheted perfectly back the other way. You
would have put your mortgage on Santander winning that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And
you can't bring a 5 for that. And that's enough. It's definitely a joke that works better when you can hear the songs. Right, Milner goes back to Kelleher. Liverpool have restarted here, coming up in 34 minutes. Thank you for joining us here on Redmen TV for game 1 of the 2 of Liverpool.
Going in the seat? Oh no, it's not.
Does anyone know what's on the other side of that hedge?
Is that a house?
I mean,
after that.
Yeah. I wonder if there's someone just watching in that window. Good on them after that. They're trying to switch play. It's well cut out for the moment. Harvey Elliott's going to pick it up. Salah's ahead of him. Doesn't send him. Cuts back inside. James Milner. He spreads it wide now to Salah. Salah quick. Ball to the run of Elliott. Elliott looks back for Salah. Salah on his left foot. To the edge to Trent. Mane's got his arm up. Trent plays a little give and go with Elliott. Milner now. He's looking for that ball. Oh, just couldn't get it over the head of the last man. Bologna under pressure here though. Penned in, go for the clearance. They've managed to find someone for the moment, and they're just basically kicking the ball hard and away. It seems to be Bologna's game plan.
It's not working, is it, Paul?
Not particularly at all.
I wonder where they're up to in their pre-season schedule. Shall we look? Sometimes that's important, isn't it?
Sometimes. Right, sound. Yes, don't forget to drop a like on the video, by the way, if you're watching the live stream and you're having a perfectly fine time. Salah's skinned his man. He's got no one ahead of him. He's going to have to do a lot of work. Lovely little soul roll there. And then switches play. Robertson. Keita's inside. He gets it. Keita lets the ball run across his body and places to Virgil van Dijk. Gets it back. That skill from Salah was unreal.
There's no chance last season we played like this with 2 centre-halves in the opposition half, is there?
Nope. Salah now. Milner. Ball to the left-hand side. Robertson's advance. Gets to the byline. Looks up. Oh, it's a heavy cross. Is it deflected? Corner to Liverpool. How are they getting on?
So they played 3 games. They won 6-1, 1-0, and then lost to Dortmund 3-0.
Interesting.
But they started 3 games since the 18th of July. Not a lot.
Tells us they've played 3 games.
Yeah.
And pre-season just about fitness and all that. Anyway, Robertson corner near post, headed away. It's going to drop to Mohamed Salah. Oh, dragged this shot wide of the post. Ooh, goalkeeper's nippy on that one there. He just shot over, thrown the ball down, and no one wanted him to kick it. Idiots, it's pre-season, it's dead hot, everyone's what are you doing?
I'm done.
Run your bell. Decent strike from Salah, just doesn't quite get the connection he's looking for on it, and just rolls wide of the right hand post. Bologna again playing it round the back and again panicking and going long instead. Massive tears forward. Salah peels off the front line, wins it. Keita. No, dispossessed. They've still got them penned in once again in the game. Bologna tasked with playing their way out of trouble. Give them 1 more pass before they go long. Oh no, 2 more, 3. That's actually all right. I've given a mass disrespect there to Bologna. It's good football. This is where they score, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's absolutely where they score.
That's right, Joel's got it.
Bologna building up now. They haven't managed to get through Liverpool's backline. As Paul stifles a yawn because it is scintillating.
Third one.
Oh, ball across the box and Kelleher deals with it really well and quickly bowls it out. Harvey Elliott carries it forward now. Crosses the halfway line, just the right-hand side of the centre circle. Salah's made a forward run.
That's not the ball.
That is a terrible ball from Elliott. He's trying for a little bit of outside of the boot curler there, and got that wrong. Got it completely wrong. Poor old Mo. Poor old Mo, eh?
I suppose that Keita conversation is the same with Joel Matip, isn't it? It's fit for 1 game, out for 12.
For whom, sorry?
For Joel Matip. Whereas, again, I'm quite encouraged by what I've seen from him so far in terms, not in his terms of play, but the fact that he's playing 3 games on the bounce.
Joel Matip is never going to play 20 games a season back consecutively. He just can't do it. But mainly because we play twice a week most weeks, so he definitely can't, he just can't do that. But you might get a game a week out of him.
Yeah.
You might, and then he'll be out for a bit. And the good thing about Matip is that he always comes back quickly, as in to form.
Yeah.
If he's now our 4th choice centre half, then that's amazing.
Yeah.
Just amazing, because he's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. Oh, great battling from Liverpool. Just couldn't quite turn possession back over. Bologna come again down the right-hand side. Still in their own half. The man fell on the ball there. Keita wins it back and wins the throw-in as well. Yeah, well done.
He gave the ball away just as you were talking, and he took it down his chest just outside our box, and just for some reason just volleyed it to the left corner near nobody.
Love it. Love it. Robertson now with the throw-in, coming up on the 40-minute played mark of this hour-long game. Long throw-in in behind. Mohamed Salah has made that run. He is holding up. He's being dragged left, right and centre. He fights his way clear. Gets it to Mane. It's a short ball to him now. Mane sold a little bit down the river himself. Bologna can come forward now on the right-hand side. They've got a man in space. Great little bit of positioning there from Joel Matip. It was shit. I'll get off the pot time and turns the ball, and they chose not to do anything. Great curl ball from Trent into the corner flag, left-hand side. Mane. Elliott. Still Mane.
I'm loving the fight and intensity for a pre-season game. There's kind of no need for it, really.
Well, there's a reputation thing on the line now. You know, there's a point where the fitness stuff is nearly done. It was Pep Linders was talking, wasn't he, about fine tuning. That's where we're at now. We're at the point where it's not about getting your fundamentals in place anymore. You know, like you're not doing the building blocks of fitness. That's done.
Yeah.
This is now about getting yourself match sharp, getting yourself ready to that point. And we said before, intensity is part of that. Yeah. You know, this is not the time to be swanning around, because if you're seen to be swanning around, you won't play.
Yeah. And I suppose it's that healthy competitiveness, isn't it? You know, I'm sure that, you know, most of the front three picks itself, but there's questions in the midfield, there's obviously questions at a centre back. There's going to be a race and a, you know, competitiveness to see who's going to play those first games.
Yeah, absolutely. Diogo Jota just tried to go through the legs of the man inside the box, doesn't come off in Bologna, desperately trying to keep their heads above water. Foul by Jota, and it is a free kick to Bologna just on the edge of their own penalty area. Yeah, the hunger and fight that you want from this team is that we might not have. I think we're going to have a pretty deep squad, because I think the depth of our squad is increased by. It's a lot of the young players. I think we don't really know quite how good they are yet, but I mean, Nico Williams goes under the radar a bit for whatever reason. People fell off him. He had a little bit of a tough time last year, didn't he? But there's a chance potentially with him, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, and you might even
Kay
Gordon. You know, you've potentially got 4 lads there who you can use. Now you're not going to use loads of them this season, but
they're all markers for Carabao Cup games, aren't they?
Yeah, but hopefully more as well. You know, hopefully you don't need them, but hopefully we should be able to use them a bit more, because it's not the days anymore of like, oh, I hope we'll just use a youth player because you fancy, because you just want to see them.
Yeah,
these lads should be at the level where there's no issues. Yeah. You're not using them as an emergency. It's not like the situation that leads to our centre-back situation last year, where under no normal world would Nat Phillips have played a game for Liverpool last season.
Or the Aston Villa game. Yeah. But Verge is going off.
Big Verge is done. That was a good, 42 minutes there of recuperation. It is Reece Williams who comes on to replace him. He will go over to that left centre-back slot vacated by the big Dutchman alongside Joel Matip. Good. I mean, he's not really had much to do there, has he, to be fair, but it's as you were saying, it's the overall order, team shape and what have you that having our proper centre-halves in.
Yeah, and for him, his mentality, I said he mentioned it in that interview before, and then certainly when he played Hertha Berlin and he makes, you know, a mistake or he slips or he trips or wherever he did, that some level will bother him. And I was actually quite taken back the fact that he was mentioning that interview, because I thought his mental strength was just like, not asked, but kind of whatever. But the fact that he was talking openly about it was kind of like, okay, fine.
Yeah, absolutely. It's again, this is the thing about Virgil. He's so, that injury's horrendous. Like that you know, in eras gone by, it's a career ender. The fact that he's back at all is great. There's no need to rush him through, but that's just, you know, I'm going to sound deep ball in Keller, just enough there, just got a slight punch on to tip it to the back post. Trent gets it away. Liverpool streaming forward now. Jota, he's got Mane central ahead of him. Salah to the right, finds Salah, just slowed it down a little bit there. Salah cuts it on the left foot, shock. Oh. Mane looking for support, twisting and turning himself. Can't lose his man. Jota gets it now. Trent, little clip ball to Mane. Mane brings it down. He flicks it himself to Jota. Wonderful football. Jota, can he pick out a man? Drops. Salah! Oh! He got a shout. Milner got the shout from Salah. He probably could have finished it himself. He's let Salah have a go. And the Egyptian king has rattled the crossbar.
What a goal that would have been.
Oh, yeah. Milner now. Sadio. Heavy touch right on side of the penalty area. Goal kick to Bologna once again. Oh, Salah. He's fuming.
It's this ball here. Oh, outside of the boot.
Great
scoop.
Control. Little scoop from Mane. Jota fizzed it toward the penalty spot. Milner gets the hell out the way, and Salah rattles the goal frame there. He's still going to score 30 goals this season.
Yep. Put any bets on scorers?
I have done a bunch actually.
Yeah.
Because I'm a glutton for punishments, and the odds were pretty good this season. I've got cases to score 10 or more Premier League goals.
Okay, so just so everyone's aware, when that doesn't happen and he never gets injured, now it's your fault.
That's £2 potentially wasted there. Hang on, Trent. Harvey tries the little back heel flick, doesn't quite come off. He's trying to get Milner. Milner now gets his head down, chases back. Bologna playing. Is he okay here? Liverpool do have good numbers back. Oh, Trent, the last one of the back four. We've got it over the far hand side of the pitch. Cut back. Naby Keita again. Getting back. Stuck in. Jota's back defending. Naby Keita again comes out with the ball, and the first thing he does, he gets his head up. He strides forward into Bologna territory. Everything's at a much slower pace now, though. Step over. Finds Mane. Mane shot. Blocked. Milner. Milner with the strike. Straight down the throat of the goalkeeper. Beats it down before taking it into his ever willing, ever ready arms.
Naby Keita very much impressed Tom by the sound of it in his little booth.
Tomgasm. JCDC saying cases to play 10 or more games, 1 million to 1. Yeah, maybe. I had a few. What else have I had? Salah top goal scorer. I think I did that. I've got us to win the league, because why not? A few random ones. I think.
Did you do any relegation ones or anything like that? First manager to be sacked.
No, maybe I nearly put Norwich to stay up just for a laugh, but then I thought, no, I might as well just throw my money out the window. More fun. Elliot, Jota back post. It was floated in the corridor of uncertainty. Mane couldn't get on the end of it. Good build of it. Jota winning the ball back there. Harvey Elliott comes away with it. Fed Jota. Jota stood it up.
Did legitimately could have been a goal there, and you were thinking about bets.
Yeah. It's true. You asked the question.
I did, yeah.
It's your fault. Yeah. No. Mane, it's interesting actually. Mane just had a little word with Elliott there. I think he was saying he maybe should have just gone to him first time instead of giving it to Diogo, but it's decent build-up play.
That's what they're there for, isn't it? To help guide him and, they're good decision makers.
Expectations. Tell Harvey Elliott, but he'll still decide to do whatever he wants to do.
You can't tell a teenager what to do, can you?
Right, sad. We had a question here from Dazza. Says, Paul, where's Chris? Chris is on holiday at the moment, enjoying a well-earned break with the family, presumably climbing up mountains, and getting chased by wild animals. He loves a bit of it. He'll be back. He should be back for the Norwich game. So that will be good. You got any thoughts? Anyone who stood out for you in the comments? Let us know. Well, look at the skills there from the Lino. That 3, maybe 4 keepy ups. That makes him the most talented.
Well, they don't. I mean, they're not allowed to, are they? In Premier League games. Because you think you're so tempted, wouldn't you? Just goes past your foot, and I don't know how to just leave it. You've got
to, leave it or throw it, haven't you? Yeah, no. Because the thing is, we all think that about kicking it, but the problem with kicking it is that even the best people who are best at kicking it sometimes spoon it really badly. Foul to Bologna, far outside. You can see the game's just sort of the intensity is dropping a little bit in this match. So's my energy level.
Keeping you up, Paul.
I need a call. I'm going to get a big cup of tea between these games, I think. So it's good to see lots of people talking about Takumi Minamino. I continually forget he's a Liverpool player. In the comments, keep going. Well, what we got for the front three? We've got the front three, and then we've got Jota, and you've got Harvey Elliott who's in contention. We've still got Shaqiri and Origi, and it's and then someone in a random other conversation, someone else says Taki Minamino. I go, I must make a point of talking about Taki Minamino. And then I don't. Kelleher flies out of the feet of the attacker there. 2 fists to it, but it is offside. And the goalkeeper will take the free kick instead. Stephen Biggs pointing out, it looks like United. It does indeed. This is where we're at.
There was an update on... a kind of update on Ben Davies just before we went live, actually.
Oh, yes. I'll get that up, actually. I've got that out already. David Lynch Says Slavisa Jokanovic has confirmed Sheffield United are interested in loaning Ben Davies. Liverpool keen to strike a permanent deal but accept a loan more likely as things stand. Yeah, if you want more on the Ben Davies situation, then check out Transfer Insight Extra, which is streaming now on the redmentv.com. We had a good old chat about that. I mean, look, in terms of signings and stuff, it's not the big Liverpool are signing Erling Haaland stuff, but if you want to know more about what's actually happening around Liverpool, the realities of stuff, the Ben Davies chat's really interesting. Neil Jones surmising about why we don't like loans a lot, but Ben Davies is probably a good example of someone where he's got a contract at Liverpool, so giving him a loan, you're only going to
increase his
value. Yeah, it's really good stuff on that. Do check that. Charles,
we need money for signings now, Paul.
Yeah, but you're not going to get it selling Ben Davies. So we probably
try to say to something. You're right.
I'm really tired. What we need. We've made more money on Danny Ings this summer than we were selling Ben Davies. To be fair, yeah, it's fine. Right.
A cheeky little $2 million from Danny Ings. Nice, wasn't it? What? $2 million for Danny Ings.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, boss that. It's Michael Edwards winning once again. Genius that he is. Diogo Jota finds support over on the left-hand side. Sadio Mane ghosts past his man. Finds the cross. Oh, the keeper missed it. It's cacked away. Naby looks to keep them in. Oh, unlucky. And they're still in there, Liverpool, just keeping the pressure on. Decent football. Well won back in the middle of the park there by... Is that Ben Woodburn? By Ben Woodburn, of all people. Good to see him. Cool. Thanks, Tom. Woodburn on for Elliott. Clearly didn't see that happening. Brilliant. Nope. Ben Woodburn on for Elliott. Whipped in by Trent. Back post header by Diogo Jota. It comes to
Did Neil say whether that's the same deal for likes of who were we talking about the other week? Was it Louis Alberto? We get a profit if he gets sold. Because my understanding was it was just 20%, and then James Pearce it's 20% off the profit. Is that the same across the board?
No, it was 20. James Pearce said it's 20% if over.
Yeah, over 20. Yeah,
over 20.
Yeah, for what the profit what they bought him for. But I'm saying, is that the same for all those other deals where I thought we got 20%?
It might be. I don't know. My understanding was always it was just 20% of whatever fee
they sold him for. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Yeah.
But it might just been the Ings one was done a bit differently because to be fair, the Ings one was a weird one, wasn't it? Because he was
on loan, wasn't he? First?
Sort of. Yeah. We sold him. It was like an obligation to buy deal, effectively, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a funny one. But yeah, because there was talk that Liverpool could have earned about like £15 million from the Alberto deal if that had actually gone through. Oh, quick feet there from Keller, slams it down the pitch, gives possession away. We got just over 7 minutes left in this game, as mentioned. Ben Woodburn on for Harvey Elliott. Good to see him back. Let's just stop drawing attention to it. It's fine. Stylianos Pangarkos is back. Sorry, Buzz, about my last message. I'm staying here at Wollongong, Australia, and I'm so tired that I forgot what I wrote. Anyway, how has Gomez been this pre-season? How's he been this pre-season, Ross?
He only played Hertha for about 20 minutes, I think it was, with Virgil van Dijk, but just what you kind of expect. It's more the tactical stuff to look at with those centre-backs. We were able to play a high line, balls in behind. He's got the pace, he's not fine, but I don't think he had an awful lot to do, to be fair. And that's all we've seen of him. I'm guessing he's going to play the second game. I'll try and keep an eye out to see if the team news is out for the second game.
It's interesting in terms of... great little turn from Ben Woodburn. I've always thought Ben Woodburn is just he's such a tidy little player.
Do you know what the problem with him is? He feels like he's been around for ages, and everyone thinks... my perception was it must be like 26, 27 now, and he's not.
No, he's not. I think he's the same age as Trent, isn't he? Oh, Salah dancing into the box. Oh, just couldn't get the final shot away on goal. He's 23 at the very oldest. Sure.
21, Paul.
21. There you go. Yeah, he was in that because he was in that crop. He played
that Stoke game, didn't he?
Pep Linder's development team. He played in the 10 and Trent played in the 6, and they came through at the same sort of time. But I always thought he was a tidy player. He's just he's 2 or 3 inches too short and half a yard lacking in pace to be a bit more useful than he kind of is. But he looks like he's had a little bit of a growth spurt. He might be something that it's mad. Really, really odd one because he went to Sheffield United the season the season they came up, so he didn't get game time in that team. and he's had some injury problems as well. But he was a solid player. He come through as a front three lad, but he was never fast enough to play wide, and he was never clinical enough or skillful enough to play centre feet. I hope he gets a decent move somewhere. That'd be good. It'll be Canate Gomez for the second game. We'll see because of how far along Gomez is in the rehabilitation. Because what I was going to make the point on him in this regard, because for the first game, because you're not going to bring someone on as a sub for 15 minutes, and then not be able to use them in the next game.
Did that in Hertha Berlin? I think it might have been Nat and Reece came on for the second half, but after 15 minutes they came off.
Yeah.
There's not much point in it, but there's not much point.
To see, you could have brought on a more first team player there for Harvey Elliott, say like Ox as an example.
It's the second game, isn't he?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you'd be then saying, well, Ben's probably got to play the second game, so it means we're going to have a better spread across the two matches, which is pretty cool. Headed down, Bologna so near to scoring, so near. Yet so far, downward header from the corner, flashed across Liverpool's goal, and will go wide. Where he just got up above his man.
What do you think they'll do for the games on Sunday and Monday?
This again.
What, 45 and 45 for both games?
No, I think they'll do. What I mean is they'll do. Largely, this team will play against Athletic, and then largely the second game, Bologna game, will play against Osasuna. I would imagine. Yeah. I think that'll be. That effectively. If it makes sense, because this is the closest. The team that started this game is the closest we've seen so far, really, isn't it? To a team that you could start the Premier League with. All right, I'm bored of this now. I want the next game. There's 3 minutes.
It was very much like that in the 2 half-an-hour games, where the first team was absolutely amazing. The second team was just a bunch of kids. It was like, I just fucking get it done. Yeah.
Bologna knocking it round. Ooh.
Sad.
He's offside in your face. In your stupid face. You dickhead. 2 lads, miles offside, queuing up central, slotted the ball past Kelleher, but it does not matter. There you go. 2 minutes remaining. Liverpool knocking it round.
There's a hefty gap in between the 2 games, isn't there?
There is now, because they clearly didn't do a full 15 minutes, did they, at half time? Tom's clock was not prepared, and the fact that we talked over the first 2 minute and a half remaining. Oh, let's have a song. Someone asked for the Mane song. Where the fuck's that? Oh, Mane. Mohamed Salah. He's into the box. Can he finish? Cuts onto the left. Of course he does. Tackled. Corner ball for Liverpool. Is there going to be one more chance for the Reds? It really hurts because it's massive. Our Hendo 10 years a Red book is out now. We've got a corner. We'll talk about it in a second. It's available to pre-order right now. Head of the back post. Oh no! It's going to drop on the volley. Now spooned. It's still in. It's still in play. Trent Alexander-Arnold blocked out of nowhere. Where's the cameraman? Reece Williams keeps it alive into the final 40 seconds of this game.
Did that take a deflection to that?
It's Trent central. He's just desperately trying to get a goal before he has to get off. Milner cuts it out. 20 seconds left. Come on, Liverpool. Grab one more. Salah. Right hand side. Oh, good defending. He's been dispossessed. Oh, well, look at this. Mo Salah. 10 seconds left in a friendly.
That was definitely one of those chances on Pez that you get from a corner. It deflects just the edge of the box and you go, fucking hitting this. I don't care what happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
It didn't work.
Well done, Reece Williams. Tactical foul. Bologna FC, 1909 0. What a game it was. Yes, Liverpool continuing pre-season, getting a good win in pre-season, which is nice, which should very much lift the spirit. We will be back. I tell you what, should we have a... Cool, thanks, Tom. It was good.
Yeah. little nuggets. You're never going to get a full-blown Liverpool that we want to see at the start of the season in all this, but you take the Van Dijk's played 40 minutes, that's a positive. Jota's got himself on the score sheet, that's a positive. We're starting to see, patterns of players you mentioned before of what resembles Liverpool, not last season, but the season before, and what we enjoyed watching. That's what I'm taking from these pre-season games. So, don't think too much of it, but also don't just write people off for making mistakes.
Jota was brilliant.
Yeah.
Jota was brilliant. Keita was really good. Great to see Virgil van Dijk back as well. And yeah, right, we'll be back short before.
That's a fucking quick 5 minutes.
I know, it's fine. We'll be back talking about this a bit more, and we'll be building up to Watch Along 2, Liverpool, Bologna 2. You'll be able to know. It took me ages to figure out, but this is a number behind the words there. If you want to know which one it is, it's going to be the one that has a big 2 behind it. Yeah, you can subscribe, click the notification bell as well on YouTube. That would help in a big way. And don't forget, yes, to get your Jordan Henderson 10 Years of Red book, which is available to pre-order right now. Tom, have we got that at bit? Yeah. Cool. We'll play out on that, have a little look at it. And yeah, we'll be back in about half an hour or so. So yeah, stay tuned for Liverpool Bologna number 2. Hey everyone, our brand new book has landed. Hendo, 10 Years of Red. Premium, credible insight, in-depth knowledge, and the stories of his rise from a young boy in Sunderland all the way through their academy to the Premier League, taking the captain's armband, becoming the captain, and leading Liverpool to be champions of everything and beyond as well. It's got his greatest moments season on season, some incredible, unique, phenomenal custom artwork from some of the best Liverpool artists on the scene, incredible high-definition photos of his best moments as well. It is an incredible Jordan Henderson collection, and it fits right in. And you can learn more about the Liverpool skipper from the people who are closest to him on that journey, friends, family, coaches, players, and managers. Yes, it is Hendo, 10 Years of Red, and it is available right now on redmenmerch.com. Get involved.